शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, तेरे बिना जिंदगी भी लेकिन जिंदगी तो नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, तेरे बिना जिंदगी से शिकवा तो नहीं। ये ज़मीं गा रही है, आसमां गा रहा है, साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है। ये ज़मीं गा रही है, आसमां गा रहा है, साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है।
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing today? My name is Mala Haripasad, for those of you who don't know me. And I just want to say welcome to another edition of the Sunday Afternoon Lime program that I've been doing here since May of this year, since we had the lockdown. And I just want to take a moment of your time right now to remind everybody that we are in the second wave of this COVID-19 pandemic. Let's try to stick to the simple rule of social distancing and sanitizing and keeping your groups to a minimum of 10 indoors and 20 outdoors. This news was just released a few days ago for all regions of Ontario. I think that together, if we can fight this thing, we can beat it, if we all make a concerted effort to do so. Please keep wearing your masks. It's really important that we pay attention to the rising number of cases in each city. So everyone, please be safe. It's really important. As you all know, this program is all about showcasing talent from across our West Indian communities in North America and the Caribbean and many parts around the world. Most recently, I've had guests as far away as South Africa. Music is the universal language of love and togetherness. Music has helped us all in many different ways, whether we're feeling happy, sad, or even alone. Music is the key element that helps to boost our moods and our minds. Today, we are showcasing one of our very own bands here in the GTA called Amargeet. We will chat with each of the band members so that you, the audience, and the general public can get to know them a little bit better and understand their goals. You are definitely in for a treat this evening, so I just want to say to everyone who's locked on to Facebook right now, thank you very much. Please do share the link and show some love to our guest here today. They're all sitting patiently waiting to get started, and make sure you leave some really good comments for them as well too. If you'd like to hire them for any occasion, leave some comments and let us know what you think. If you've got a question for them, also leave that in the comment section. Make sure you share the link, everybody, to everyone. Let's get as many people up here watching as possible. Thank you so much. All right, so Amargeet is a band that consists of 4 musicians who came together from various parts of Canada through music. They all met through music and with that common thread of their love and mutual respect for music, they formed the band Amargeet. Most recently, you would have seen them on the Naturally Reckless mega virtual concert that was held in New York City. I believe that was about a month ago. So, without further ado, please help me welcome Amargeet, the group. Thank you, guys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so good to see all of you. Before we get started, I just want to give a little bit of an intro on each one of you, and then I will ask each of you to basically talk a little bit about yourselves and what you were doing before music, how you got started in music. So first, we've got Vidya Chatterpal from Brampton, Ontario. She is the president and youth leader at the Shiva Milan Mandir. Why don't you start?
Thank you, Mala. So, as you've heard, Mala, I'm the president of the Shiva Milan Mandir. We are a youth-based organization dedicated to promoting and uplifting our Hindu Dharma and promoting the youth. I am also a proud mother and of my son, Krishna, and I'm the author of a children's book I recently produced in 2015. It's called The Prince of Ayodhya. Aside from that, I've grown up in music. When I started, I can't even remember because all I remember is music. Taught by my mom and my dad from a very young age. I performed my first song when I was 3 years old. And from there, I just grew with the love for music, and I have a family background. So my grandparents, my great-grandparents, they were all involved in music. So it kind of went down generations, and that's pretty much where I come from.
Wow, that's impressive. That's really impressive. We're going to talk a little bit more about all those things in a while. Next up, we've got Anthony Prashad from Mississauga, Ontario. He's also a musician and a very accomplished singer, I must say. And I have to add that he's also a family member of mine. There's a story behind that as well, too. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's hear what you have to say, Anthony.
Thank you, Auntie Mala.
Now you make me feel old.
Born in July 2nd, 1991 to around the Jane and Steeles area. Started music around 7 or 8 years old, so I don't really remember too much before I started music. Just started learning music in 1997 until around 2004 or 5. And after that point, it was just a self-taught person. And and my parents got me into music, and that's where I picked up my love from. They pushed me into it, but I got my love from it after that.
Awesome. All right. And next up, we have Dinesh Bapia. I'm not sure. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your last name, but
That's fine.
Hey.
Dinesh is originally from Montreal, Quebec, and he's also a musician and an excellent dholak player.
Thank
So
you so
please
much,
tell us a
Mala.
little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I'd just like to say thank you very much for the opportunity to introducing the Amargeet band and myself. It's a truly an honor and a pleasure. Originally, like you said, from Montreal, Quebec. I migrated to Toronto about 6 years ago. Never looked back. Love the feeling, love the vibe, love the atmosphere here in Toronto. Definitely go Raptors, gotta say.
Yay!
Also, my father, I got my drive of music from my father and my mother. My father is actually a pundit in Montreal.
Okay.
I got my love from him in regards to going to Jandi's every weekend, every week, performing at different concerts, yajnas, bhajan melas, so on and so forth. It's honestly a great pleasure to accomplish myself with these other great musicians sitting here with me today. we've honestly came through a long way, no matter it's been a short span of time. But I honestly look forward to a bigger and a broader view of joining myself with these other great musicians here.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And last but not least, we have the very famous Satish Hanuman. Satish is originally from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and he's also a very, very accomplished musician and dholak player as well. So welcome, Satish.
Thank you. Yeah, from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Came to Toronto when I was, I guess, 1.5, 2 maybe. And my dad started the Melody Masters. As you know my dad well.
Yes, of course. I was just going to say that your father is the famous Suresh Hanuman, a wonderfully accomplished singer as well.
Yeah. So he started the Melody Masters in 1987. So I just kind of grew up with a bunch of musicians. Every time there was band practice, which was almost every weekend, I would be there seeing, the bass guitar players, the drummers, Uncle Rajan, Uncle King, Uncle Hilton, all these guys. And I just kind of fell into it. So grew up in a house with instruments already at my disposal.
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of took advantage of that, and I just kind of fell right into it. And just, I went with my dad every weekend to different events, jandies, weddings, parties, concerts, whatever it was. I guess it just naturally fell into place for me. And I've been doing it ever since. So
awesome.
Now I run the Melody Masters, so give that a little break. Let him
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, I've sang at so many other gigs and stuff with your dad as well too. So
yeah,
he truly is a genius. I just want to take an opportunity right now to say namaste to Pandit Neil Dev Prasad, who is watching right now. He's namaste, guys. Congratulations. We've got Rakesh Narayan, who's logged in all the way from Australia, watching.
Wow,
very nice.
Sabi Narag, welcome and hello to all of you beautiful people. Thank you so much. Nalini Hanuman is on. We know who that is. Mommy Dearest. Jennifer Devdutt. Good afternoon, everybody. Michael Nalini Naidu. Thank you so much for logging in. We've got Rita Devi Singh and so much more. Everyone, please share the link. We've also have Vimala Prasad. I believe she's from Guyana. She's also watching. And before I go any further, I just want to say my deepest condolences to DJ Frontline Sounds from New York City, who passed away yesterday. I really don't know him very well. In fact, I've never met him, but I mean, that happens sometimes so very quickly that we don't even know when it's going to come. And my condolences to his family, his wife and his kids, who are still surviving in New York City. And my heart goes out to all of you, and I hope that you will get through this loss. Pain is something that will stay with you for a while in debt, after a debt has happened. And I believe that, in time, it will go away. The pain will go away, but at least you have memories that will last a lifetime. So with that being said, let's talk about your band, Amargeet. When did you guys decide to form this band, and what was the inspiration behind that?
So,
anyway, listen, you can all talk. So it doesn't have to be just one person, right? This is a group conversation here. Let's just have a conversation here, like we're just right in front of each other, right?
So I think we began our group maybe in 2018. We all knew each other before, and I think our biggest inspiration was we met at an event called One Goal, One Voice. And the purpose of that event was to bring the community together, bring musicians together, and unite as a voice and basically do one really big thing and show our cooperation within the community. And I think, Mala, you were there on that event as well.
Yes, when I was playing the jal, yes, I remember you guys were singing your chowtal, and I was like, I was having a hard time trying to hold those two things.
Yeah, so that's where all of us basically met up all together at that one event. And from there, we kept inviting each other out, and we'd see each other here and there. And then there was a show at Pandit Ravi's Mandir, Maharudra Mandir.
Yes.
And he invited us all to go. We went, we sang, and then he asked us, he's like, "What's the name of your group?" And we all looked at each other and we're like, "We don't have one." So then again, we went out to another event with Pandit Mani, and that was at the Hari Narayan Mandir. And again, we were asked, "What's the name of your group?" And we didn't really have a name at that time. And then we started talking, and we're like, what we do is like, it's fun, and we bring out the best in each other. Our energies are so good together, and it was just from there we kind of
got together and you formed the group. And how did you guys come up with the name?
So to be honest with you, is one after the next. We all had to come together and just try to groove into a name together. And it's just, we all had decisions, we all had ideas. It was never matching. It was never coinciding with anybody else. But then after we came up with the group, our first name for the band was actually the Toronto Fusion Fire.
Yes.
That was our first name. We launched that name. We launched that name actually in 2018, and we carried that on towards 2019. But in 2020, we decided, we need to have some type of legacy to say that we're not only Toronto Fusion Fire, but we need to have a collaboration with something else. And we all came to the consensus decision to make Amargeet, and that's where we are today.
That's awesome. That's really good. So you guys all just came together, decided that you're going to work together. I mean, how difficult is it? I know you all have your own personal lives and everything. How often do you guys practice now?
We actually don't really practice. We just go on the spot and do our thing. And on the spot is when we all kind of decide we're going to do something. Satish will do something on the drum machine. We're like, okay, we'll just go with it. Or, Anthony will come in and pick up the mic and start coursing, and we kind of just go along with it.
In the moment.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
it's literally a phone call. I'll be like, okay, guys, let's try this song. Everyone just figures it out. We meet and we just make it happen.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That means that you're all very comfortable with each other, and you also know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and you put it all together, and it somehow works.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. What does Amargeet means? What's the meaning behind that?
So Amargeet means the everlasting sound. And when choosing this name, we did a lot of research. We spoke to many pundits, just trying to find that perfect name and find what represents us. And, music for us, we'd like to leave that lasting impression on people. Like we sing at many, many events and many types of events. So we're at Mandir, we sing at wakes and funerals, we sing at shows. But, one thing that touches us as musicians is when we go to a jandi or when we go to a wake, and those people who hire us, they show their appreciation and, how grateful they are to have us there. And what we do, we try to bring happiness, and we try to bring that unity. We collaborate with many, many musicians, and we try to include everyone. It's not just us. Sometimes we, if there's another musician in an audience, we call them to join us, because that's what, being musicians are about. We are supposed to inspire other people and unite as one.
Or at least that's what we're about.
That's great. That's great. I know you guys did you guys did a bhajan you recorded a bhajan. I believe it was the Hanuman Chalisa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play that right now for our audience, if you don't mind. Let me share that. Okay.
Clap and dance, everybody. It's okay.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी वरनो रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार
जय कपीश
हनुमान महावीर बलवंता पवन पुत्र हनुमान जय हनुमान महावीर बलवंता पवन पुत्र हनुमान करेगी, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करेगी। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। महावीर बलवंता, महावीर बलवंता, जय हनुमान महावीर बलवंता, पवन पुत्र हनुमान। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सतबार पात्र कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई। जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गोरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजनाथ हृदय महाधीरा। महावीर बलवंता, महावीर बलवंता, जय हनुमान महावीर बलवंता, पवन पुत्र हनुमान। महावीर बलवंता, महावीर बलवंता, जय हनुमान महावीर बलवंता, पवन पुत्र हनुमान। महावीर बलवंता, महावीर बलवंता, जय हनुमान महावीर बलवंता, पवन पुत्र हनुमान। ओ बजरंगा बली, 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 बजरंगा बली। सावन तनय संकट हरय, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। सिया भजु रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सिया भजु रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Jai Hanuman, Pavanaputra Hanuman. That was some awesome singing there. You've got quite a few people on the live saying love the synergy amongst these group members. Blessings, beautiful. Karina Arjun, blessings to one and all. Gosh, Sabi Naurang, beautiful guys, keep it up. God's blessings to all of you. So many people are making lots of beautiful comments here. So that was really awesome singing. So wait, so just the two of you sing, Vidya and
Anthony. So
Anthony?
the two of us are the main singers. Sometimes, depending on the moment, we can get Danish to sing and join us as well. And
Really? I would love to hear something from him.
Maybe tomorrow.
I'm not putting you on the spot. Can you sing a couple of lines for us?
No, not today. Not today, unfortunately, not today. The moon and the sun is not set at the right time. So,
Okay, the stars haven't lined up properly yet, right?
absolutely.
All right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear something from you sometime soon, though, right? Yeah. So apart from that one song, have you guys released anything else?
we haven't really uploaded many of our songs. We do have an active Instagram page, which we upload a lot of our things. Oftentimes, it's just in the moment, and we don't really get to, just because life is so busy and we don't get the time to go to a studio or even, at an event, put up our cameras and record. So it's only what people tell us is what we get.
So I'm assuming that you all play that music for yourselves there for that song.
Correct, yes.
Correct.
That's awesome, man. I think I need to come record a bhajan with you.
We had DJ Vibes, he produced it, and we also had him on keyboard as well.
That's great. That's wonderful. So let's talk about what type of musical instruments each of you play.
Let's start with one side. Let's start
Yeah,
with you.
let's start with Satish first.
Me? Does he not play dolak, tabla, percussions mostly, do a lot of drum machine stuff. Take care of the sound with the group. I played a jazz drum set. You know, used to play with Umesh in the wave band, so I played a trap set. So it's mostly percussions
I
for me.
didn't know that. I did not
Yeah.
know you used to play with Umesh.
Yeah. So that
How
was
long ago was that?
Oh, that was quite a few years back. I would say probably 10 years ago. Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's news. See, I didn't know that.
There you go. Learn something new every day, Molly. Learn something new every day.
All right. So who's next? How about you, Dinesh?
Well, I play the dolak, mostly into dolak. I do play the tabla here and there. I used to, long time ago, used to play when I was in high school, used to play the clarinet. And that's something I'm thinking about bringing back if I can. But that's my forte. Definitely dolak, mostly dolak, and then heading to tabla.
I'll bring back saxophone, new clarinet and saxophone.
Oh, wow. Nice. How about you, Anthony?
Mostly playing the harmonium. I can play a little bit of dolak and tabla as well.
A little bit. And it's actually really good.
I've heard him before. Don't worry. I've heard him before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, your family. I forgot.
Can't shy away.
Yes. So before we get to video, here's the story with me and Anthony here. So Anthony, when Vidya sent me the names for this flyer, I looked at the name. I'm like, okay, I sent it off to get printed in, and I looked at the picture, and I'm like, wait, this guy looks familiar. So I decided to go on each one of your Facebook pages to check it out. And then I saw a picture of your mom and dad, and I'm like, oh my God. And I went straight to my mom, and I was like, Mom, guess who's going to be in the program this week? So it's a small world, absolutely.
Definitely. It took, when I told Mom who was going to be interviewing us, she explained the relationship to me. And I was surprised. I had no idea we were that close.
Right, exactly, because your late father and my mom are first cousins.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and your dad was one of my favorites as well. I used to love hanging around with both of your uncles. Mm-hmm. When I was a teenager, I came to this country when I was like 15 years old. So I pretty much spent my entire teenage years hanging out with these two all the time.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. So Vidya, what about you? What instruments do you play?
So I play many instruments. I started off with the harmonium for most of my life. I play the sitar as well. That would be my second most popular instrument. The sitar is something we haven't introduced with the group as well as yet. I do that solo. And I can play a little bit of dolak. But when I teach my students, I normally play along to just test their timings and stuff. Mm-hmm. I play a lot of percussion instruments. I'm starting to play a little bit more keyboard now that we have the group. We play a lot more background and bass lines and stuff on the keyboard. So I do a lot more accompaniment with that. Back in middle school, I started off with the steel pan, and it is an instrument I'm trying to get my hands on. So hopefully I can introduce that soon.
Oh my goodness, you guys are such a talented bunch. I feel like I need to start playing a musical instrument now. Mind you, I have a harmonium and I just play the keys and the chords on it, and then that's it. That's all I know. I know some of the rags and that's it. You know what? It's my own fault. I can make as many excuses as I want, but you guys are just so musically inclined. Hats off to you, man. Hats off to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You guys are amazing. Apart from music, what do you guys do? Put music aside. What else do you guys do?
We all have our regular daytime jobs. Where do we start?
You said
Okay,
it.
I'm talking, I'll talk. I work my regular job. I work at a fire protection company. I love my job. I love my coworkers. Shout out to Direct Fire. And aside from that, I do photography as well, actually.
Oh my goodness, you're a woman of many talents.
So I do that on the side. I don't advertise it too much, but it's something I really enjoyed doing from back in high school days. And my dad kind of inspired me to kind of go forward with it. I had a Nikon camera, and then my dad ended up buying me a Canon camera, and I just started taking pictures. People started booking, and it kind of went from there. I am a full-time mom, and my son keeps me pretty busy during the day and every day. He's a little chatterbox. So, and he's also into music as well. So
that's amazing. So where did you get the time to write a children's book?
So I actually wrote my book before I had my son.
Okay.
So in 2015, I was just teaching. I had my own music school, and I had the time during the day. So every night I would write a chapter. And basically my inspiration was, I was pregnant at the time. So my inspiration was when my son gets, when he is born, at least there's a book I can read to him for bedtime. And so he can learn his religion. And by teaching a lot of kids and being exposed to children in the Mandir, I realized that a lot of children in our community, they hear about Sri Ram and they hear about Lord Krishna, and they don't know the differences between our gods, and they don't know the story behind it. So I tried to create a fun way for kids to learn our culture. And at the end of every chapter, there was a question and answer. And my son really enjoyed, answering the questions at bedtime. And it kind of also helps parents, know that their kids actually listening to what they're reading with the questions at the end. So that's kind of what inspired me.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. I applaud you. I really do. That's excellent work right there. I mean, you keep yourself so busy, and you're in this band, and I'm amazed that you guys don't even find the time to practice together. That's incredible. Like, that's super incredible. So what about you guys? Like, what else do you guys do apart from music?
I also have my day job. Work at Scotiabank on the IT side, and spend my spare time kind of learning new things when it comes to music, different chord progressions, different instruments that work together best. Spending time outdoors, riding the bike. That's really what I do, and especially with COVID, that's all that we really can do nowadays. Not just small hobbies like that.
How about you, Dinesh? What is it you do?
Definitely, for one, I love my music. Any chance I can, I just try to pick up a dola by my house, and I'll just sit down and I'll just play, try to practice to myself, try to learn different beats, different type of songs. And I'm actually trying to learn Trinidad style classical singing. Drum. So it's definitely a challenge, which is great. I try my best. Also, my favorite hobby is I used to play semi-pro basketball for 4.5 years. I played throughout the United States, Vermont. I played in Texas at one point. So I was pretty well versed in playing semi-pro basketball. And now I'm here.
Wow, that's interesting. So are you living in Toronto now?
Full time, yes, definitely. I've been living here for the past 6 years.
Oh, okay. Because I read in your profile that you originally from Quebec.
That is correct. I moved here into Toronto about 2014. And that's about it.
Well, I guess you need to update your Facebook page then. How about you, Satish? What is it you do? I know you're a new father.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah, proud father, and he's already on the tabla doing his thing right now.
Wow.
So, upcoming musician for sure.
Absolutely, wow.
And I have my own renovating company as well. So I try to keep myself busy. And music has just always been a part of my life. So, I'm trying to do a little bit of harmonium and some vocals. I mean, slowly, but I'll leave that up to I've just been doing things like, taking care of my mental and health wellness, especially. Professional speakers got to make sure I'm, So going on some walks.
Of course, you got to keep up the looks, right?
And Molly got put me on the spot like That's it, I'm done.
I'm loving this. So you never know, in the future, your son and Vidya's son might decide to join a band and then have their own group, just like you guys are. That would be awesome, because it's great from now to, push the kids in the right direction, especially when it comes to the culture and the music and all of that, and learning instruments, because I think music really helps kids even in their day-to-day lives.
Sure.
Very true.
Yeah. I just wish that there were more like school programs geared towards music. It would be awesome for kids. Yeah. So let's talk about this drive-by gigs. I have to tell you, when so Pandit Joe Jaglal called me up one day and he said, Mal, why don't you have this group Amargeet on your program? I'm like, who are they? Where are they from? And he's like, Mal, they're from Toronto. How come you don't know about them? They do this drive-by gigs. I started laughing and I was like, oh my goodness, like, what is a drive-by gig? And then he goes, well, do you know Vidya Chatterpal? And I said, yes. Do you know Satish? Yes. He goes, well, they're the ones who've like in this group. And I'm like, what? How come I don't even know about it? Because I know both of you guys, right? And I also know Anthony, but I didn't realize that all of you were like together in this group until he told me about this drive-by gigs. So tell me about that.
Started by fluke.
The drive-by gigs actually started off with everything changed when COVID happened, and with social distancing and, trying to be safe. Anthony's birthday rolls around and all our plans got changed and we couldn't even go to celebrate with him. And we were very, very sad about that.
When was your birthday, Anthony?
It was July 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Everything was locked down and, they had their limit and we were kind of like, well, how are we going to do this? So I threw out the idea that, hey guys, what if we threw our instruments on the back of a truck and drove by and sang? I know Anthony would love that. And funny, it just happened that everybody agreed and we did it. And we weren't sure how we were going to do it, but Sat was able to accommodate and set everything up on his pickup truck. And we all kind of just sat on the truck and we drove by and we played some music and we sang and everybody was like, you can hear our first video Anthony sent us, you can hear everybody's reaction where they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, I have that video and I just want to play that video for our audience who are watching right now. Let's do this.
Yeah, makes sense.
amazing. I love it. I love it. I wish I knew earlier. Like I could have had you guys drive by into Pickering and come into.
We would have done it too.
So, so what that video was, that was a video we had on Randy Reckless's live.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was it. But if you guys go on our Instagram page, you'll be able to find the actual drive-bys that we did. Like we surprised everyone in front of their houses, right? So
Oh my goodness.
all you would do, like the house, you would hear the music coming down the road and you see the truck coming by. You hear the music. And as it gets closer, you see the full band at the back of the pickup truck. Right?
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Find that on
What
Instagram.
so what did you guys do for like power source?
The truck has a power source.
Ah, nice.
Ford should pay me for this.
That's amazing. Holy crap. That's amazing. That's really good. I just love it. So I see from that video you guys actually do like chutney music as well too. What other genres of music do you do?
We do many different genres. We do obviously, chutney. We do from chutney to bhajan to traditional tan, traditional wedding songs to East Indian classical singing. What else?
Tony's gonna start working on some Tom Jones soon.
Okay, who's gonna be doing Tom Jones? Sadesh, you're gonna be singing Tom Jones?
I saw my dad on the live last night. He was doing some Jim Reeves, I think.
Jim Reeves, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
From him.
That's amazing. You guys are wonderful. I really enjoyed. And I know Vidya, you guys have done quite a few gigs in like temples and stuff. I have a couple of clips that I want to play, but before I do that, who are some of the personalities you guys have performed with or for?
Wow.
Wow.
We have a lot of people we connect with. So many people that honestly, if we call names, you probably will.
A lot of names. Lots of
A
names.
lot of pundits in the community we accompany. And
A lot of singers from abroad.
yes,
A lot of singers from
outside of Canada, we accompany, just to name a few, like Rasika Dindial. When Pandit Nard comes to Toronto, we accompany him. Pandit Munilal, Pandit Neil.
I think you guys have played for Pandit Neil Dev as well too.
Absolutely, yes.
And then for sure, our local community, we have so many talented musicians that, we all collaborate with each other, like Devin Ramotar. We have Mohan, we have
Anissa and Kevin Dar, brother and sister.
Yeah, Stefan.
Nathan Khan, yeah.
Yes.
Our talented keyboard player, yeah. His birthday recently, so shout out to Nathan. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. All right, that's awesome, man. That's incredible. I really love your energy together as a group. And I think you guys are doing an amazing job. I wish I knew about this like earlier. It's getting kind of cold now. I mean, so are you still doing this drive-by? Like, how does this work? Do people call you up and say, hey, we're having a party or something, or we have a celebration? Why don't you come and play some music for us? How does this work?
The way it works so far, actually, it wasn't something we were doing for the public. It was just something we did for Anthony. And then we started getting calls because we posted it on our Instagram page, and people saw it, and then we just kept getting calls for it. So we made it into a thing, and actually we started adding packages and stuff, like we'll do photography. So after the drive-by, we'll snap a few photos for the families. And, now that, things are progressively getting a little bit worse with COVID, I'm sure this is something that's going to start getting more popular because, we have to keep our distance and we have to be safe. And
But we want to celebrate at the same time as well.
So people will call it surprises. So the family member whose birthday or anniversary is, they don't know we're coming. So we text them when we're up the street, and they bring their family out on the driveway, and we come down with music and we give a shout out. It's interactive. We speak to the family, and it's like maybe 15-minute to half an hour, depending on what the families want. And
Yeah.
So
But not.
as amazed as they are with us playing music for them, we're actually amazed at the setup that they have. You know, they have everything out on the driveway, the cakes, the balloons, and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So it's just a
Like
nice.
I've seen graduation parties happening outside on the lawns as well too. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
That's
it works out.
amazing. But now that the weather is getting colder, like, what are you guys gonna do? I mean,
Winter jackets.
we're pretty much gonna go into lockdown again. So I mean, everything is just gonna go back to being how it was at the beginning of April. You know. So how are you guys gonna manage? What are you gonna do?
well, like Satish said, we dress for the weather. If you know, if we do get
Dedicated musicians, Mala. Dedicated musicians.
Listen, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, okay, so winter's coming. Are you still gonna be able to like get in that fucking?
Think about that.
if people really want to do something, you will be creative enough to make it work.
True.
I mean, there's so many other things, you know, instead of standing on your driveway, you can be in your garage. I mean, it's only a 15-minute, we have to be outdoors.
Yeah.
You can work around to make it work. We were getting a lot of bookings for live, Zoom calls and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's something we'll put into practice now that things are starting to lock down again and the temperatures are getting colder. So we're going to play it by ear and see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I mean, with this pending lockdown that we're, gonna have very soon, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna start locking down again because the numbers just keep rising, and it's all happening in like the numbers have been really, really high in Brampton, guys. What are you guys doing in Brampton there?
Staying out of Brampton.
I don't live in Brampton, so.
Yeah. So, I just hope that it doesn't last for very long again, because I mean, this whole year has been pretty much kaput. No gigs for any singers, no nothing. Everybody's been doing a lot of virtual live on Facebook and whatever. So, I mean, that's it. I know I've been getting a lot of calls. People are saying,
And just to let everyone know that we've
go ahead.
Just to let everyone know, as a group, we've been following all the COVID protocols. So at work, like all of us are being checked daily and things like that. And, just people think about these things or they question it, right? But we've been following all. Other musicians doing it, we encourage that they also follow the protocols.
Absolutely. Everyone has to adhere to all of the rules of social distancing, because I mean that's the only way we can really overcome this issue, So the next question that I wanted to ask was, if you had to do an opening for any artist, who would it be?
Oh wow! Putting us on the spot with that.
If you had the chance to do an opening for an artist, who would it be?
That's a
Who
tough
would you like
question.
it to be?
We play for all the artists that we like. So play for all of them.
Okay, so name a couple of them.
I'm sure you got all of them watching too. So
name a few. You never know.
Oh my God, it would be so thrilling because we sing a lot of playback songs. So those singers that we sing their songs, it would be such an inspiration to perform just even on the same stage with them, even if we're not even on the stage with them and being in their company. It's an honor just to be in their company, because we learn so much from other musicians, and despite knowing music, there's never an end to learning. So few people
So we'll all name one person. Because I pick one name, right? So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna say Rasika Dindia.
You see, that's good. That's what you need to do. You need to put it out there.
Yeah, that's like a hello.
I can name 10, but like Raymond Ramnarain,
That's it.
Gajaraj.
Yeah.
Man, you guys put it on the spot. I can't really name one. To be honest with
And
you,
big up to Terry. I know he's looking.
to be quite honest with you, every single artist out there, they do an amazing job. They're great performers, they're great entertainers. If I had to pick one, unfortunately, I cannot pick one because they all mean so much to me as an individual and as a musician that I respect everything that they do and how they do it.
We need names. We need names.
Yes. Give us a name. Come on. There's got to be one person.
Names, man.
One of my great friends, Duprash Prasad.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. How about you, Anthony?
Oh boy, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit and we're gonna go with like the classical bhajan singing. I would say Anup Jalota.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And one more person we all agree with, Malahari Prasad.
Hey, you guys have played music for me already, Satish. You know,
Many times, yeah.
you and Devin, you guys have played really good music for me already. So that's amazing because I know the caliber of musicians you are. So yeah, that's amazing. Okay, I want to take a little break and I want to play a couple of your live clips that you've done in the Mandir.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think our viewers want to hear more. That's it. Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing. I love the music. Everyone on Facebook, let me read some of these comments. Yakshvedia is asking, where is this Mala? Where are they? Where are they performing? I said you guys are performing at you were at a temple gig there, right?
Yeah,
That's the Burja Mandir.
This
Yeah,
is Ravi Maharajadev Mandir in Scarborough.
in Scarborough.
Yeah,
Okay.
This was
Yes.
actually our first gig together.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that was really
First
good.
gig together, yeah, as a group. Yeah, that's right.
As a group. Okay, that's awesome. We've got Jackie Deoki. She's saying that's tune. Amanda Munisar, talent. Yakshveda is saying that's real singing, real talent, real music right there. Shanta Prasad is loving this. Amanda Munisar, she's dancing. Dino Neemcharan, I've seen this group in Montreal last week. They were awesome. Good job, guys. Were you guys in Montreal last week? Were you
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really? Awesome.
On Mom's birthday, yeah.
Oh, wow. Mom's Abode. She's from Scarborough. She has a store, a jewelry store in the Malvern Mall. She's good. She's saying good afternoon, everybody. She's enjoying the music as well as Shanta Prasad. She's loving the music. Maureen Kaladine. She's saying you guys are awesome. Marlene Manwa says you're on fire. So Faisal Hanif, good afternoon, everybody. Jackie Deoki, she's also watching. Mala Ganesh, wonderful, you guys. Ram Sukde was watching from Queens Village, New York. Sunil Bihari is watching all the way from South Africa. Naresh Prasad, great show, awesome group. Deo Moti is watching from Florida. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to you too. Who else we have here? We've got Kevin Ramrup. Hey, Dinesh. I am not sure if you know who that is. Okay. Karina Arjun. Good job, guys. May God always bless you all. Lisa Rambaros is saying, so beautiful. Ryan Joseph. Hey, everyone. Have a great day. Lovely job. Rakesh Narayan, very nice. He's also watching from Australia.
Wow.
He's from Fiji, from the island of Fiji, but he's watching from Australia. Yeah. Oh, wow. So many comments. I'm sure you guys can all read them later. But that was awesome. That was really good. Now, we're winding down a little bit here, and I just want to ask this one question. What is your ultimate goal here with this group? What do you hope to achieve, and what's your message to everyone out there?
I think our main goal is to inspire the younger generation of musicians out there. There's so much young talent, and even like the youngest child, like, we see some performers that are just starting out at like 4 years old, 5 years old. And even if we can inspire them even a little bit, and, encourage them to do the best they can in music, we've done our work, and, Yeah,
it's we want to let the musicians connect. So, there's a lot of musicians doing their own thing, but we've all been doing our own separate things for years.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And
we still kind of do.
And we still kind of do our own thing, yeah, but we've connected as a group, and we all get along really good, and we see eye to eye on everything. And we also invite other musicians into our gigs or our performances, just to keep it united amongst, our community is small, right?
Yeah.
So if music can bring us together, that's something that we could do. We can manage that. And it's important for our culture. And it's great. And I hope I can pass that message on to my son and Vidya to her son, so that they can also do the same thing. So once we've done that, that's our goal pretty much.
That's amazing.
At the end of the day as well, like Vidya and Satish said, that how, we like to inspire the younger musicians and the younger upcoming musicians. I could only say one thing. It's just follow your dream. Just live the life as what you want it to be. Don't live your life as somebody else tells you what to do or how to feel or how to perceive yourself. Just follow your heart. If you want to be a dholak player, be a dholak player. You want to be a tabla player, be a tabla player. You want to be an accomplished singer, definitely follow that dream. I remember one time, Satish, myself, and Anthony, we went to a gig. Unfortunately, this time video wasn't available, and we had a puja to attend to. And there was this person that she said that, like, she's not Hindu, nor she's not Christian. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't follow the religion, and she wants to, get back into it. We sang one Hanuman Chalisa, and from since that day, she's been coming out to every single gig, every single yajnas, every single, events, pujas that we have, and which is amazing. Like, we inspired somebody, and that's what we love to do. If we could inspire one person, we've honestly done our job.
Well, that's the best message that I've heard here today, honestly, because it's all about inspiration and inspiring other people to do their best because you are putting out your best out there. And that's amazing. That's really wonderful. So, with that being said, I am pretty sure I know that you have said that our community is very small. Our musical community is also very small, and within that musical community, we've all faced different challenges and negativity in its various forms. Have you guys faced any challenges along the way, and how have you dealt with it?
At the end of the day, Mala, to be quite honest with you, as you may know, as a fellow musician, no matter what you do, we always have to follow ourselves, follow our heart to do the best that we can. There's also greater and better musicians than us out there. But at the end of the day, we just have to stay humble, which is one thing I can say about this group and I. We are very humble. We do everything with open heart. We enjoy what we do, and we all do it together. And I find that's one thing we have to stay is to be humble, be courageous, and also strive for what you want in life. That's the only message.
You know, us as a group, we've dealt with certain things, but you try to ignore the negativity. So for us, I don't think it really exists. So we don't make it affect us because what we're trying to do is positive. We all have positive energies amongst us. So
you have great. You guys have a great energy among you there. That's awesome.
So you will hear negativities, or sometimes we come across it, but it's kind of like whatever. We don't let it bother us or hate it.
We take it as constructive criticism.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's perfect.
It's constructive criticism, and if we did let the negative aspects affect us, then there would be no growth.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
That is true. So it's a good thing that you all have your heads intact and you're positive inspiration to each other and to others out there as well too. And I must say hats off to all of you, and I truly appreciate all that you guys are doing for our culture, for promoting our culture, and for inspiring our young ones out there as well too, any young upcoming artists or musicians, in our society, in our communities, I should say. And it's incredible. And I just want to say, keep up the good work and keep doing what you do best, and don't let negativity, anybody's comments or remarks, mess up what you have. At the end of the day, you know what you're all about, and you just focus on your goals and just keep on motivating and keep on doing what you do best. So
we hope to continue to do so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So folks, everybody who is watching on Facebook right now, there you have it. Here is the band that you will want to hire for your wedding, your pujas, or any social event. And also in this pandemic, if you want a drive-by event or drive-by gig happening, like a musical serenade, they're ready to roll. They've got their musical instruments in their trucks and they're ready to come out there and perform for you. So where can people reach you guys?
So our information is on our Instagram page. You just send us a message and we'll get back to you, or link us on Facebook.
Yeah.
So can people message one person or they can message whomever?
They can message any of us. We all take the messages and then we respond to all our messages. We have our own little group that we communicate daily in, and any questions anybody has, we all have access to the page and we all respond to the messages. Our Instagram page is Amargeet Music.
Okay.
Follow us and we'd be glad to hear from you all.
And all of our information is on the page as well.
and individually as well. We're all there as well.
You can message the group or feel free to message us individually.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really great. Well, I'm hoping that I might be one of the first ones. Okay, who was that?
That's my side.
It was like, all I saw was like, oh my gosh. Well, guys, I must say that I'm super impressed with your collective musical abilities, and I look forward to hearing more from you guys and seeing more from you and seeing more of your live recordings up on YouTube so that everyone can enjoy what the little bit that we presented here today. And I just want to say thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with me, for chatting about your goals and your aspirations. And I wish you all the very best in everything that you do musically.
It was our pleasure to be
Thank you
here.
for having us.
And it's an honor to be here with you as well, Mala. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. All of you are very, very welcome. And it's great meeting you. And I know the three of them, but I never met you. So it's really great to meet you finally.
The pleasure as well.
All right. Thank you so much. And maybe one day we can, when I come to any one of your events, we can, Satish, you can play that keyboard again for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, guys. Thank you again so much. I truly appreciate your time here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. And we just want to wish you all the very best for the week ahead. Do stay safe and practice social distancing and be kind to one another. This world can only be a better place starting with you. So thank you again. And I want to end my session today with a birthday greeting going out to Mr. Raymond Ramnarayan, who celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Ray.
That's right. And I'll be playing his original song, Kone Lage. But before I go, I just want to say I also want to dedicate this song to Pandit Joe Jaglal and his beautiful wife. They're celebrating their wedding anniversary this weekend as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. So with that being said, bye, guys. It was a pleasure. Until we see each other again. Bye for now.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
मुझ में आप ही इस कदर आप ही रहते हैं जिंदगी आप ही की मुझे जरूरत लगे रोक लो कैसे दिल भी आज खोने लगे रोक लो कैसे दिल भी आज खोने लगे आपसे जुड़े ख्वाब मेरे होने लगे आपसे शुरू मेरी बातें होने लगे रोक लूं तुझे दिल ये कहाँ खोने लगे मुझ में आप ही इस कदर आप ही रहते हैं दिन कब रातें होने लगे, बेखबर ऐसे हम दोनों होने लगे। रोक लूं तुझे, रोक लूं तुझे, दिल ये कहाँ खोने लगे। मुझ में आप ही इस कदर आप ही रहते हैं, रहते हैं। जिंदगी आप ही की मुझे जरूरत लगे, जरूरत लगे। रोक लूं कैसे, दिल भी आज खोने लगे। रोक लूं कैसे, दिल भी आज खोने लगे।
Well, there it was. A beautiful session today with the band Amargeet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please share the link and let's get this band recognized as much as possible. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you all have a very, very safe week ahead. Bye for now until we see each other again next week, Sunday, same time, same place. Bye for now.